What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another dumbbell exercise video. Today we're gonna be focusing on biceps. So I'm gonna be walking you through exercises you can do with just a pair of dumbbells, or if you only have a single dumbbell, perfectly fine. Just keep in mind you're gonna have to do obviously one arm at a time, but you can do any of these with either a pair or a single. First off, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe down below if you enjoy these type of videos, and make sure you go back through the channel. Don't always just wait for a new upload. We have tons of videos on this channel that are dumbbell only workouts. We have follow along at home, no equipment workouts. So there's a lot of content on here that is valuable for you, but you do need to actually look for it. Oftentimes we are waiting for a new upload or waiting for some new information. We want that new thing, but guys, it's not always about getting new information. It's utilizing the information that we already currently have and actually taking action on it. So be sure to go back through those videos, try out some of the exercises, try out some of the workouts, and that way you can get the full benefit from actually being subscribed to this channel. So without any further ado, let's hop into this. The first exercise we're doing, guys, is a hammer curl. So again, you can do these with either one or two dumbbells. For a hammer curl, we're gonna do these standing. You can do them seated as well if you want to. But what we're gonna do, have these by our side. You wanna keep your elbow locked in and just raise the dumbbell up. And obviously, if you're doing one arm at a time, make sure you do both arms. But you can also do these both at the same time if you want. So either way is fine. Keep my elbow locked in. Stop when you get about up there. You don't need to go up here because then you're gonna be pushing your elbow forward. So stop right about there, right before you start moving forward. So that is the hammer curl. Make sure your palms are facing each other. It's a very basic movement, but it's a really good movement for your bicep. The next movement is going to be what is called a Zottman curl. So a Zottman curl is a little bit of your forearms as well. So for this, you're gonna need to drop the weight. You're gonna need to go lighter on these because they are more difficult. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna, again, keep your elbow in place, bring this weight up. And when you get to the top, you're gonna flip it around and you're gonna go down like this. And when you get to the bottom, flip it back around. Bicep curl, back down. So that is the Zottman curl. When you come up, make sure, again, your elbow is locked in place. Squeeze at the top, turn, and back down. Don't rush through these movements. Again, the whole goal when you're working a muscle is to get the contraction. And if you're rushing through the movement and you're not actually feeling it, and you're just concerned about moving the weight up, you're not gonna get the results that you want. You can sit here and swing 50s all day, but you're gonna get better results with 25s or 10s or 15s by actually doing it properly. Next exercise is an outward curl. So this is essentially a regular bicep curl, and I'll face you guys this way so you can see what I'm talking about, but you're gonna face your palms out. So normally they'd be right here. You're gonna face your palms a little more out, and these are basically coming up at your side. You wanna squeeze at the top, come back down nice and slow, and back up. So that is the outward curl. Again, this would be a regular curl in front of you. This is the outward curl. So nice and slow. Make sure you're not rushing through it once again, especially on the way down. I see a lot of people doing these bicep movements and they're just dropping it, picking it up, dropping it, and they're not getting the whole contraction at the very end of the movement. So they're missing out on a lot of development there by skipping that. Next up is the cross body bicep curl. So this is kind of like a hammer curl. This is actually one of my favorite bicep movements. So you're gonna bring one side, we'll start with this right arm here, up to your left pec, back down. Left side up to the right pec, back down. So up, squeeze when you're at the very top. Squeeze, back down. Again, you can see my elbow is not moving. The only thing moving is the weight and my forearm. If there is any elbow movement, it's very, very minimal. And that is the crossbody bicep curl. Again, that is probably my favorite bicep movement. I feel that really, really well in my biceps. Next exercise is gonna be a squatting preacher bicep curl. I'm just gonna show this with one dumbbell so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So you're gonna get down into a squat here and you're gonna place your elbow right on top of your knee like that. And this is essentially a preacher curl. Okay, so you're gonna come down. Don't come all the way down to where you're resting, down here. Stop about right there. Squeeze at the top and don't come all the way to the top. Stop about right there again. Slow. Back up. And be sure you're doing both arms. Once again, if you're gonna be doing a single dumbbell curl, make sure you work both arms. So squeeze, back down, squeeze, back down. And that is the squatting preacher bicep curl. That's also a really, really good movement that I like. The last one is going to be a hanging bicep curl. So this one is very similar to the squatting, except you're not gonna be supporting your elbow, so I'll do it right here. You're literally hanging right here. Squeeze up. And you should not be doing any craziness like this, guys. Keep your momentum low. Keep your back up. Squeeze. See, I'm not swinging around. And that is the hanging curl. So very simple movement. That one is really, really good. And it's probably the hardest one on here, to be honest, just because there is no support when you're actually doing it. So it's a lot more difficult on the bicep. And I know I said that was the last one, but single dumbbell bicep curl, we'll just add this in because this may be one that you forget. Sometimes we skip the basics. You know, we look for the newest and coolest looking exercise, when in reality, we need to really master the basics. So all these exercises are great, but don't forget about just a standard bicep curl. Just because it's a standard bicep curl and you've seen it before, doesn't mean it's not a great movement. It's a staple for a reason. Just like a bench press is a staple exercise for a reason, because it works really, really well. And a lot of you are still looking for these crazy exercises and you think it's the magic pill to getting results, and it's not. I'm here to tell you, you need to focus on the basics, you need to master the basics, and then you can start adding in stuff like this. But here is the single bicep curl. So you're gonna be standing here just like normal, palms facing out, or up, and it's just a regular bicep curl. So again, I'm not swinging, controlling the weight up, squeezing at the top, returning back down slowly. I'll turn this way as well so you guys can see it. So again, wrists facing out right in front of me, elbows are locked in. We're not doing any of this. Keep your elbows here, up. Okay, so that is the standard bicep curl. My biceps are toasted now because I showed you, how many exercises was this? 8 or 9 exercises, whatever it was, for you can do for your biceps using just dumbbells. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If there's other videos that you want me to make, let me know down in the comments below. And like I said previously, if you're not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Check out our dumbbell workouts, our follow along workouts. Again, it's not always about getting the newest video. There's tons of videos on our channel that are full of information that's very useful, but you have to actually do it. Again, we are always searching for new information. We're in this information age where we always want new things. And this comes back again to mastering the basics and just doing what you already know. Problem is, a lot of you are looking for new exercises and you're not doing anything with it. You're just consuming, and you need to start actually taking action and then course correct from there and start adding in different things. But first, actually start putting in the work. Watching a bunch of videos on YouTube is not gonna help you if you don't do anything with it. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.